There's new information just in on the Weather Authority alert. The snow that is going to be somewhat widespread, really the first of the season so far. And Weather Authority 1 is live on the road right now. 81 south of Preble, headed down to Cortland right now. And the snow has just started to pick up on 81 over the last couple of minutes. It really is a good time for all of us to just sit for a moment and think, okay, this happens every year. Yet somehow, many of us tend to forget that it happens every year. So just take some care behind the wheel. Nothing is worth that much of a hurry.
Exactly, and we're so used to driving during summertime where you have those dry roads. During the snowy season, it can get really slick. And yes, we know how to drive in it. We just have to remind ourselves, as you said.
We had that extended fall season, that extended summer fall season.
Yes, exactly. And we are going to see a little bit of snow, really not a whole lot. These winter weather advisories are very borderline. We're only expecting a very light accumulation of that snowfall. The main concern is going to be later this evening and tonight. When the snow starts picking up, it could lower the visibility and make some slushy road conditions. But by tomorrow morning, a lot of areas are going to see just plain rain, or even a lot of the snow is going to melt because of that rain. Now, after this system rolls through, we're going to get a huge drop in the temperature and some windy conditions as well, with some lake effect developing. That's why we have a winter storm watch for the lake effect snow coming in off of Lake Ontario up in Jefferson County and off of Lake Erie over locations by Buffalo. And this is for Thursday all the way through Sunday. It's a long duration event with quite a bit of snowfall. Could get up to 2 feet in spots off the lake if the wind direction stays the same. Now let's start with the system we're tracking for this evening. The snow is becoming widespread as it works its way in from the south. The steadiest and heaviest is across the southern tier right now. That's where you want to be careful driving if you're heading out this evening. In Syracuse, though, it is fairly light. Just seeing some snowflakes coming down, but no accumulation on the roads yet. However, we will start to see that accumulation piling up by later tonight. So if you're heading to that Syracuse home basketball game, for that drive home, just be cautious. Now, as this system rolls through, we're going to see the snow switch over to rain as some warmer air works its way in from the south. And that switches over to rain by tomorrow morning, which is going to melt a lot of the snow and create wet or slushy road conditions, really not snow-covered roads. Behind this system, we'll get another wave of moisture, and that's what's going to bring us some lake effect snow showers, along with some colder air for the second half of the week. Now let's time out your forecast starting with this evening. Seeing that widespread snow working in, mixing in with rain for some of the lower elevations, but it will eventually all switch over to snow over the next hour as it stays widespread into tonight. And we may have some heavier patches of snow going towards 10 p.m. when you're heading home from that Syracuse home basketball game. As we go overnight, though, that's when that warmer air starts to work its way in from the south, switching the snow over to rain by Wednesday morning. So you'll be waking up to just some wet or slushy road conditions, but most of the snow will be in those higher elevations. And all of this tapers off by late Wednesday morning, and we're quiet by midday Wednesday. Then we're tracking some lake effect developing late tomorrow, Wednesday evening, up across the North Country, and it stays that way for Wednesday into Thursday. So here's how much snowfall we can expect with this first system, not including the lake effect. Just about a trace, maybe up to an inch in the hilly areas of Syracuse, but again, really not much. It's mostly going to be in those higher elevations that we get maybe 1 or 2 inches, with the highest totals in the Tug Hill and the Adirondacks, where we could see 3, 4, maybe up to 5 inches in spots. But again, not a whole lot. Now, the lake effect after this for Wednesday night and through Thursday, that's when we can expect 3 to 6 inches for the Tug Hill location and through Oswego County, but not much elsewhere. Here's a check of your 7-day forecast. After a rain-snow mix to start tomorrow morning, we're dry by midday. Then Wednesday night into Thursday, that's when we get that lake effect up across the North Country, and it stays north Thursday through Sunday, eventually dropping back into central New York during the afternoon to evening hours on Sunday with some windy conditions. And it will also be cooler this weekend as highs drop into the 30s and lows drop into the 20s. Michael?
Thanks, Violet. The suspects